Religion and Realization by Diamond picked up in the street. Introduction to Individualism and Universalism. The yogic individualism and universalism I deal with. It is based on the Raj Yoga, and this Raj Yoga comes spontaneously in a man's life and can never be cultivated or to be obtained by culture. About this universalism, it is so spoken in the Vedas. Sarvabhutvastam asmanam sarvabhutani chatmoni sampasang brahma paramojati nannena hetuna. The translation of the Vedic aphorism is this: one will see him in all, and again all will be seen by him in himself, and thus goes the insignia Parama Brahma and nothing further. In plain and practical way, it means that let a man attain Brahmahood, and he shall be seen by thousands and thousands of people within them, and he, in his own turn, will see innumerable people within him. And in the Vedas, it is spoken as Brahmahood. The point at issue is what is this Brahmahood? In other words, how a man, and he must be a living one. That is, a man in his lifetime becomes Brahma or the Supreme One or the La Home Universale. About its characteristics, basing on the fundamental principle of Raj Yoga in relation to the human bodies, are given in the Vedas. It is this: Evam eva isha samprasada asmat sharirat samuthayo paramajyoti upasampadda seno rupeno abhinispaddate sa uttama purusha chandaggo. This Vedic hymn or mantra has got two divisions. They are individualism and universalism. Number one, the chapter that deals with individualism, Evam eva isha samprasada asmat sarirat samuthaya param jyoti upasampadda. 2. The chapter that speaks of universalism, Sena rupeno abhinispaddate sa uttama purusha. A. What is individualism? Its experiences are confined in an individual man. He speaks about it. You have got to hear it and to have faith in it. There is no chance for the hearer or even for an ordinary man to get these experiences realized by him. It does not bear any objective proof by which the speaker who has experienced all these experiences can be understood. The hearer and the people at large are led to believe him. They believe because they have not any such experience, and as such it passes unchallenged. It means an unconditional surrender, though there is hardly any chance for experience or realization. No, not only that, a man gets self-hypnotized and is a lost one. B. What is universalism? The Vedic Rishi says, if you have got these individual experiences in their fullest scope and full-fledged form without any or the least defect, as basing on the Vedic principles, Jame Vaisha Vrinute Teno Labba, that is, Vidya, which means spontaneous manifestations and expression of the inner self or Brahma in you. Then the concomitant factor, universalism, follows in immediate succession. What characteristic does this universalism bear? In relation to it, the Vedic hymns run, Sarvabhutat Atmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmoni Sampassan Brahmano Paramojati Nannena Hetuna. Meaning of the hymn, the attainer of Brahmahood will be seen by all in them, in their own bodies, and he himself will see all in him, that is within his own body, and there is nothing furthermore. 2. Tam stri tam pumanosi, tam kumaro utoba kumari, tam jirna dandena banchasi, tam jato bhavasi vishwatamuka. The attainer of Brahmahood will be seen by women, men, young boys, young girls, old men, and in short, it speaks that the attainer becomes the whole human race in the Atmic sphere in the human body. The above hymns have got one spirit, and they play the same tune, but they bear the most wonderful and most mysterious proof of this universalism, both subjective and objective. A. Subjective. They all see me within it is subjective to them, and they relate, and I hear it is objective to me. B. I see them within, they become subject. They hear it from me, thus they become object. It is reciprocal and vice versa. It is the Vedic pantheism on actual and factual data, as in opposition to an imaginary hypothesis. The philosophy known in the world as pantheism announces, one is all and all is one. Who is this one? If the version from the very birth of the vocabulary and up to the date is collected, we shall find it as but a hypothesis, and no definite proof of this one can be had. Yes, it is very ancient, one, and that one, it is very vague one, with no fixed whereabouts in the surface of the earth or no locus standi. Now, it is an acknowledgement fact that the most ancient book of religion is the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda declares, Ekam Sat, he is but one. There is no substantive proof, it is but conjectural, and let us keep it aside. Lo, look there, Rishi Jaggavalka stands in the stage of the world in the midst of the human race and gives out an open, unheard of declaration, which the human race hears for the first time, I am Brahma, the Supreme One. It means a man is Brahma. So the father Uddalaka says to his son, Svetoketu, Tattamosi, thou art that. Later on, Uddalaka interprets, thou art that as thou art man, woman, young woman, the old man tottering on a stick. Thou art but each and every member of the human race. This is universalism. It is not a sublime thought, a poetic imagery, an ideology, or intellectualism, but it is de facto and it bears its own proof. Let a man in his own body attain this Brahmahood spontaneously through the medium of Rajyoga, and then universalism follows automatically. And again, via Rajyoga, this attainer of Brahmahood will appear within thousands and thousands of people, not in the corporeal form, but as made of God's light. And they shall announce the universalism, making the attainer La Home Universale, or in other words, as in the Vedic version, Tam Jato Bhavasi Vishwatamuka. Yes, this is called pantheism in the Vedic term, and it is de facto, something wonderful and amazing. Nay, not only that, but it is really mysterious in its every aspect, save and except the proof of the attainment of Brahmahood, as its veracity is borne by myriads with their personal experiences, and they come out, corroborate the Vedic pantheism of one and oneness. That is, the universalism, yes, the La Home Universale, and it evinces man first, man last, and man forever, the receptacle, the bearer, and also the proof and evidence, not unlike waf and woof of the truth in the Vedas.